back. I'm back in Arizona. Oh man, I'm back in my car. It feels actually really good to be here. I am really feeling relieved and happy being back. It was a long day yesterday, my flight, and having to take the shuttle right after. Having to pick up my car, and right now I'm at a friend's house in their driveway. Thank God. Because I got back around 7, to my car. And I'm really glad that I didn't have to go search for a campsite somewhere or somewhere to sleep, because I just really wanted to just relax and go to bed. So thankfully my friend let me stay here, and I'm just so relieved in so many ways. Oh man. What a week. I'll elaborate more on that, what happened when I was home, but I'm really glad to be back to my routine and familiarity and having my own car to drive, having a car to drive. Sprouts. Need I say more? My friends, volunteering, all of it. I'm so happy that I can just be outside more, because I wasn't getting enough exercise because it was so cold and just unpleasant outside back home in New York. And now I can just be outside and enjoy myself, and I'm so relieved. Yeah, it's good. And it's 5 a.m. here, and I'm going to go to the gym. I want to just get on the treadmill and run for 3 miles. I just need to move. And I also might do an upper body workout while I'm there. And today is looking like it's just gonna be, I'm gonna go camping later. I'm gonna find a campsite. We're supposed to get some sort of inclement weather. I don't know if it's gonna be rain or if it's gonna be snow and rain. That's in tomorrow, I think. And I just don't know where I want to be if that's gonna happen. So tonight I'm going camping, because I think tonight will be fine. It'll be tomorrow night. I'm not really sure what I'll do. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be blustery with rain and snow in the afternoon. So I'm not really sure. So we'll figure that out when the time comes. I'll normally get up and do my breath work, but I really have to pee, and I also have to go to a grocery store before I go to the gym, because I have no food. At least nothing readily available. So I have to get something to eat before I work out. Alright, so let me get better lighting here. Can you see me? Alright, so the grocery store doesn't open for another half hour, so I'm going to use this opportunity to make my coffee so I don't have to do that after. I mean, after I'm probably going to a coffee shop, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but I want some coffee. Coffee time. Could also take my vitamins. Oh, also, how is this a thing? I have better, bodily hygiene, and I hate to say that, when I'm in my car, living in my car, camping, than I do back in New York, because you know why? I don't know if this is too much information, but you know what? I'm just gonna say it, because I think that this is a social norm, and I don't think that it should be. taking a shower every day. Who needs to shower every single day? Who needs to shower twice a day? Like, some people maybe they're actually physically dirty and they can't clean themselves any other way. But for me, I don't get that dirty. Like, I understand sweat, debris, whatever, but that's what sponge baths are for. And I also learned recently, within the past few months, that your immune system, the bacteria on your skin is part of your immune system, the good bacteria that help fight against viruses and whatever, help keep you healthy. And every time you shower, you're just washing all of that away. So why would I shower every day if I don't need to? And it's actually healthier to not shower and just clean yourself other ways. So anyway, I don't know. I'm on top of that when I'm here. On top of that, and mostly also, I think there's just way less distractions. Like, my hygiene is part of my daily routine here. And I take a lot of time and effort and energy and focus on that when I'm here because I don't have other things that I could distract myself with. So, yeah, side note. I thought that was interesting that, you know, here I am in a household with a shower and I have worse hygiene here than I do in a car without a shower. And a lot of that too is just my intention. Like, if I intentionally focused on that, sure, I would have been better at it, but I wasn't. So I'm happy to be back here, and yeah, I just feel a lot better being here. I'll just say that. And what sparked this thought was the fact that I took my multivitamins with me. I didn't want to take my whole array of vitamins with me because I didn't have room in my bag. So I haven't been taking my proper vitamins every day either since I was in New York. So now I get to get back to my normal routine of taking all my vitamins and taking care of myself the way God intended. Cheers, everyone, to being back in Arizona.
No surprise. Change the weather with my cherry, it arrives.
Okay, so I got a little bit of grocery shopping done while I was in there. I'll just need to get some little bit of produce later. But I couldn't find ripe bananas. They're all super unripe, so I just got this quick. I don't usually do this protein bar stuff, but I just needed something quick before my workout. I just want to get that done. And I also got some creamer for my coffee. Almond milk. It looks like chocolate. Oh my god, that tastes amazing. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so I just got back from the gym and I'm cleaned up and put together. I really miss these earrings. I'm gonna go get some groceries, the rest of the groceries that I need for my dinner, and maybe have a little breakfast because, I ran / fast walked / walked backwards a 5K on the treadmill, and I'm very proud of myself. I don't do a lot of treadmill stuff, but sometimes I just feel the need to just expend energy for a while, for an extended period. And yeah, that's what I did at the gym. And then I did a little bit of upper body strength workout, and then I stretched. So I was there for like an hour. But now I'm gonna go to Sprouts and then maybe to a coffee shop. Alright, so I just went grocery shopping and I'm in a parking lot. I just put up the covers for some privacy and I'm going to make some brunch because I am really hungry. Forgot what I put in here. That's ginger powder. This never gets old. Especially when you're starving. Oh, the sun is out. It's been dreary all morning. This makes your girl happy. Okay, so I'm going to a coffee shop and I think I'm going to meet up with a friend. I don't know if I already said that. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. And then I gotta find my campsite before 2 p.m. So, see you later. Alright friends, here we go. Going to look for a campsite. It's 1:30 p.m. and it's during the week. So, ideally, I shouldn't have any issues. It's sprinkling. I have to make dinner. I really want cooked cauliflower. I have been craving cauliflower for the past 24 hours. And it's likely due to the fact that I barely had any vegetables yesterday. So your girl needs some cauliflower in her life. I am a little bit nervous because this road, this forest road, it's a little bit muddy and slick. And it's only going to get worse with the weather we're going to be having tonight and tomorrow, all day tomorrow. But, you know, can always call for help, right? Yay! I got my campsite! My lights are on. And I just saw something from the road that made me really freaking mad. Are you joking? Are you joking right now? Are you joking? I guess I'm packing out tomorrow. My God. Look how beautiful. No. I don't want any of this to fall on the ground. This is definitely a wonky situation here. I don't recommend this at all. Try not to get food anywhere because I don't want to attract animals, including mice. I'm gonna do my best to pick up the little scraps I'm dropping. So basically I'm gonna cook the cauliflower. I'm going to just quickly flash cook the spinach and kale to wilt it. And then also I'm gonna cut up some garlic too. I might actually try to like sort of roast, yeah, like kind of roast the garlic in their skin. Sort of like the same effect you would get if you were just put it whole in the oven. I'm gonna try to do that in here once I'm done cooking things. And also I have an avocado and a lime. Take your stickers off your composted plant items. These are not compostable. I'm just gonna mix everything in this bowl. So I'm gonna cut up the stuff here and put it in the bowl. I'm gonna dump the lentils in. It's gonna be like a easy meal, but delicious nonetheless. I don't know where to dump this. Maybe I'll just include this, all of it in there. I don't know how cooked this cauliflower is gonna get. It's really windy, so I don't know that my stove is being very efficient right now. Oh well. Such is life. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm hitting a wall hard. Having trouble like figure out what words I want to say. I just got my period too, so I'm feeling very, very tired. So that's perfect because it's dreary out and I'm probably just gonna stay in the car for the rest of the day after I'm done cooking and cleaning up. Had a long, long week, so I deserve this. We got a little bit of sunlight peeking through. How sweet. Okay, I think this is done, but I still do have to cook the garlic, so I don't think it's all gonna fit in here. Let's see how much fits in here. Now I'm just gonna put the garlic, head of garlic. I think it said to kind of just take them off the root and leave them in the skin. So I'm just gonna kind of peel the outer off, and then remove them from the root, like so. Drop them in there. I think it said like 10 to 15 minutes. And now we wait. I'm gonna mix some tahini in here too. I think it worked. Garlic. I think it said to let it cool down before doing this. So I'm probably gonna burn myself right now. But I'm impatient. I might just rip this apart and put it in. It's like rippable. I'm gonna have serious garlic breath. But also kickstart my immune system. Okay, so I just got finished cooking and cleaning up, and it seems like it took forever. So it's getting chilly and it's still dark out. I'm just gonna hang out in the car for a bit and eat my dinner. I'm very, very cozy right now. My dinner is very cold, but it's okay because my leftovers are gonna be cold. And I was thinking too, it'd probably be in my best interest to make meals that I don't cook, so that way I can put it right in my cooler and have it be chilled somewhat, instead of having hot food like I do now and leaving it out overnight so that it cools overnight and then I put it in my cooler. Because if I put it in my cooler now, it's just going to melt all the ice and then I'll have to get ice sooner, and it's just a pain in the butt. So if I just made cold meals, that would be in my best interest. So I'm going to eat this, and I also have a little project I have to do. It's not going to take very long at all. My little pom-pom that goes on my hat. This little pin is sewn to the pom-pom and it's coming off. So I got my little sewing kit here and I'm going to sew that on and just enjoy this. Just enjoy this because it's so quiet and peaceful, and I've missed the woods, and I've got a great view here, and it's like ominous. It's like misty up in the mountains and it looks so nice. I made myself a PB&J sandwich for dessert. I bought this aluminum camping plate from REI. I just wanted a simple metal plate for camping because I don't have a plate and I don't want glass, obviously. And my bowl doesn't suffice for stuff like toast or sandwiches. So I just wanted a simple plate, but of course, I can't order anything because I don't have an address. So I was kind of just at the whim of whatever I could find nearby. I paid freaking $18 for this stupid piece of aluminum. So there's that. I was going to make this into a separate video, but instead I'll just kind of briefly explain here, because I'm not really going to go into much detail with what happened while I was back in New York. Basically, what happened was my dad said some really hurtful things to me. A few days before this, I told him, and it kind of slipped out because I knew that I would be misjudged, that I didn't want to do x-ray anymore. I hadn't told him. I hadn't told him much at all, because these things happen when I do. He didn't ask me any questions. that was that. And I told him I was going to volunteer and do a work exchange. And yeah, my dad one morning, a couple days later, right in first thing in the morning, first thing he said to me, he was like, "Are you okay?" And not in like a caring, compassionate way, like a very, very condescending way, like, "Are you okay?" And then he asked me, "Are you all right in the head?" And that was just the beginning. And he basically called me lazy, and he called me a moocher for visiting home for less than 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I think actually maybe it was going to be 2 weeks. I don't know what he expected of me. He never told me he expected money while I was there or this or that. He was very hurtful in the things that he said to me, and I wasn't okay with it. I wasn't okay with it because I didn't deserve that, and I'm none of those things that he called me. He didn't ask me any questions. He just came out and started accusing me of all these terrible things. And so I was definitely in fight or flight mode when we were talking. I don't remember a lot because I just was so anxious. But I know I felt defensive, but I tried my best to just be like, I can't have this conversation with you if you're going to disrespect me. And I kept saying that, even though I kept having the conversation, because it just, yeah, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. And this isn't new. This is how my dad is. And up until this point, I've always just taken it and thought something was wrong with me. Thought that I had to be different. Thought that I had to be like him, think how he thinks, ever since I was young, a young child. And it's just been that way my whole life. And now I'm just like, no. I'm very comfortable with who I am right now. I am very comfortable. I know what my values are. I know what makes me feel alive. I know that I'm a good person. And I'm always trying to be better. And there's nothing about me that I will change for someone else because they don't understand me or don't have the same values. So a couple days later, I decided to initiate a conversation with him, telling him how I felt because I had never done that before, and it needed to happen because I needed to stick up for myself, and I needed to let him know what my feelings were and what my needs were. And so I did. That's what I did. I told him how I felt hurt and I felt frustrated when he called me lazy and a moocher. He even brought up how I stayed with my aunt and uncle last summer. They generously offered me to stay with them. They did not want money. They didn't want anything from me. And he painted this picture of me. Somehow, like, his belief is that generosity is to be paid back. So, and I always felt this way with his generosity when he would do things. Like, always felt like he expected something of me in return. Like, there's strings attached. It's always transactional. And I don't think he understands that that's not true generosity. And when somebody offers you something, this is probably a big reason why I have difficulty accepting things from people. It's something I've really, really worked on and have gotten better at. And then this happened, and I kind of feel like the same way again as before, just feeling guilty and like I need to do something for them in return. And I know when I do something for someone, I do not expect or want them to do anything for me. I feel fulfilled doing something for someone else. End of story. So I know that my dad doesn't really understand. He even like bashed me doing volunteering. Said something like, "Oh, you volunteer and you do this work for free for other people, and then you come home and you mooch off me, and I feel used." Wait. Like, why are we painting a picture that volunteering is somehow selfish of me? I don't know. I felt really terrible, and so yeah, I told him how I felt, and I told him that I am needing him to honor my authenticity and my individuality and my freedom to choose for myself. And I also wanted to know what his needs are. If he needed money from me while I visited, then I would need to know that. You know, it was a lot. And it was the first time that I ever expressed my needs and feelings to my dad. And let him know, like, there's nothing wrong with me for being different. There's nothing wrong with me for having different values than him. There's nothing wrong with me for wanting to change my job, for wanting to volunteer and help people and be of service, because that's what fills me up right now. And I'm going to do what fills me up. And the conversation was pretty well received by him, because I made sure that I used compassionate communication and focused on my feelings and my needs. Even though there's plenty of things, obviously we want to always like point the finger and say, "Oh, well, what about you?" and this and that, but that just causes defensiveness, and I really needed him to hear me and try to understand where I was coming from. So I didn't do those things, and I made sure I focused on myself, and I also extended my need to know what he is needing. Maybe he doesn't know, but that's not up to me. And I made a request that instead of coming up with this false narrative about me or making assumptions, that he ask questions and be curious about me instead. So, will he do that? Who knows? But I said what I said. I said what I needed to say. And I'm going to continue to stick up for myself, because I am a person just like everyone else, and my personhood needs to be respected. Otherwise, I can't have a healthy relationship with him. I would have to distance myself if the disrespect continues. And I can't control what he does. I can only control what I do. And I'm immensely proud of myself for doing this. I was so nervous. I have never, ever, like, even just compassionate communication is a new thing for me, because I'm reading about it. And I can just see how effective it is, how it's the right way. It's the right way. Even though, there's things that he's a hypocrite about. There are things that he's a hypocrite about. But that's not up to me to point it out. That will speak for itself. It's not my job to point the finger and say, "Hey, what about you?" Because that's just going to make him defensive. So I'm so proud of myself. I am so proud of myself. I feel empowered. I feel more confident that I can have these really, really, really difficult conversations. And even if it's not well received, I still feel confident that it's the right thing to do and the right way to go about it. And the more I do it, the easier it'll get. I don't know if it'll be easy, ever be easy, but the more I will be good at doing it, and maybe sitting with the discomfort. And yeah, so that's kind of what happened. And it was very hard times, but it's also very healing times. I think my dad kind of got it. He kind of got it. Like, I'm my own person. It's not Build a Daughter Workshop. And I'm just so proud. I'm so proud. And yeah, that's basically it. So basically, if you're going through something where your values are clashing with someone else's, someone you love and care about and you respect them and respect their opinion, and they're saying hurtful things, please do yourself a favor. Please do them a favor and just tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel. Tell them how you feel about what they did or said. Try to leave your opinion out of it, because that might cause them to be defensive. And just express what your need is. What are you needing? Because we're all people and we all have values that may differ, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your values. And also, I'm learning, stick with your tribe. Stick with people who have similar values, because those are the people who are going to make you feel included and like you're making a difference and that you're not some weirdo. So stick with people who have similar values and have similar goals, and you'll feel more fulfilled. Good morning. Oh man, I didn't sleep last night really. I was tired when I went to bed, but then I didn't sleep. My friend texted me this morning, happy eclipse, happy full moon, and I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, I am gonna get out of here. It's like 5:30, but before I leave, I gotta pick up some of this garbage, which is annoying, but I have to do it because some people just don't understand, like, somebody's gotta clean up after them. I think, I don't know what they're thinking. They're probably not thinking. Okay. I filled up 2 of my bags with garbage and I got most of it. There's some broken glass there, but did what I could. Alright, so I dumped the garbage, got rid of that. I'm at the gym and I'm going to have just a little something before I go in there. I have some errands to run today. I have to do laundry. I think that's really the only errand I need to do. I also want to start editing, so I decided to not go in the woods tonight because if I don't have to, why should I? I can stay at my friend's driveway and be safer. I'm not gonna get a golden plaque for taking a risk, so yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.